Alright, what is going on, guys? So as you can tell, or not, you really can't tell, but this video is not clickbait. I actually did, from the title, I did get sideswiped. I'll be showing the videos now, or the pictures, not videos, I'll be showing the pictures now. In this first picture you can tell that there's a black streak. I shouldn't have sprayed it off. I should have got pictures before I came home and power washed my car off, because I did need to wash it, but that is from the person's mirror, the lady's mirror that hit me. It's on the back right passenger or back passenger door, right by my handle and on. And then the next picture is on the side of my car, the passenger side of my car again. I have no idea what that was, but it was another streak. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. There was a little bit of scuff marks. I'll show you afterwards, because I did clay bar, which is what I used to get everything off, which the clay worked phenomenally. So shout out to Chemical Guys. I'll leave their description in the bottom. Go use their product. It worked outstanding to get this all fixed up. And I also used Griots Garage Wax. So we used their product too. That was awesome for buffing everything out. But I mean, there is like, you can kind of tell now there's a little transfer of scrapes, but that's only if you're really looking. If you are just glancing at it, you can't really tell. There's hardly any dents, which is, it could have been way worse, honestly. I'm super stoked that it's not that bad. And then my wheel, the last one, which is the worst, honestly, turned out to be pretty good. Was able to buff it out, use the clay bar, take all that crap off. She did do a little good number on my rim, on my wheel, on the outside of it. Took a good chunk, and it was probably about like a 7 to 9 inch in length of scuff, but all that, I feel like all the black was the rubber transfer. Luckily that all came off with the clay bar. But yeah, so what happened was I was getting on the highway, merged into the slow lane, everything's going great, merged into the middle lane. It's a 3-lane highway. I'm in the middle lane. I looked over to my shoulder in the left lane to get in the passing lane. There's a car there, and naturally when I look, I'm like already creeping over to the dotted line. So I'm like right next to that dotted line. I look over, someone's there. I stay in my lane, and then I get back more into the middle. I look to my right because I could see out of my peripheral vision something wasn't right. I look to my right, and here she comes coming over, and I noticed her right here, front end of her car, and then I noticed her coming over. And I try to get as close to this other lane as possibly could to hug it, to hopefully she would notice me. I wasn't able to honk in time or do anything even, because there was someone in front of me. And then yeah, I hear a freaking something like that, like it was a loud noise. And I immediately, I really wasn't that pissed. I could tell it was a lot of wheel that hit just by the sound of it. It wasn't like a thud or like a clunk or anything. It was weird. I could tell it was all wheel and tire. Luckily it was. It could have been way worse, but what aggravated the hell out of me was that I wasn't going to stop on a busy ass highway where traffic is crazy and it's the middle of rush hour. I'm not going to pull over on the highway and wait for a cop to do, like, put their life in danger and mine and the person that hit me in danger. I was going to get off at the next exit, pull off into a parking lot and call then, and then we'd be safer that way. No, at least I thought that's what I was going to work out. We're going, and she follows behind me in the slow lane. I'm like, all right, bet. She's going to be a good human citizen and follow. Well, I'm getting off on this next exit. It was a mile away, which kind of sucked, but yeah. Follows me to the next exit. I get over to get off, and then here she goes right next to me. And this is how she looked when she drove by. She was like, so if you were me, I'm looking over. She was like, and took off. Pfft, hell nah. So I got behind her. I'm calling the police now. I notify them. I let them know what the car make and model is, license plate. I have everything still. And then they said, all right, stop following her. Go make a report at the police station. I should have just kept following her, honestly. But I made a report at the police station. He came out, he looked, he saw. He didn't take pictures, which I thought was a little weird. But whatever, it is what it is. And that was that. 17 minutes, 18 minutes till 7, he calls, he left a voicemail. And apparently she called in and said, hey, I'm going to report a crash or a wreck, accident, whatever. When she told the story, she said that she looked and she saw that I was coming into that lane, or I was speeding up behind her or whatever. Somehow she was saying that I caused the accident because I came up onto her and she tried to get over, which caused the accident. Which, if that was the case, I would have more damage here because I came up too quick. But all my damage was here and back. So if you really think logically, I was already in that lane. All she had to do was look over and she'd see me clearly right there. Because she had all her damage. Her mirror was effed up. I saw that because I looked in my mirror and I was like, are you serious? This really happened? Her mirror was messed up. And I'm sure everything else up here was messed up. So in reality, you would think that was her fault because I was already in my lane. If it was my fault, my front end right here, yeah, because she was in this lane, my front end right here would be messed up. But no, it was the back end. I told him I'm not going to claim it anyway because luckily I was able to buff it out. And that's what I told the cop. I was like, hey, if she pulled over, I probably would have let her go. Like, it's fine because everything buffed out, like I said. But rather than just letting it go, now both of our insurance is going up when it could have been the same. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, guys, this isn't clickbait. I actually got sideswiped, and I'll show what happened. Like I showed what happened. I'll show how it looks now. Let's go. I mean, you can't even tell, dude. I mean, you can hardly even tell, honestly. It was right here is where it was messed up. Maybe you can kind of see it. Let's see if I go down. Yeah, I mean, you can't even tell. Right here, this is where the mirror hit, all right here. That's where I feel like it was like a side marker turn signal hit right here. And my wheel even doesn't look that bad besides right here. That's the worst part about it. You can kind of still see a little discoloration. I'll probably try and get a little better next time I clean it. Right here got affected too. But yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, luckily it wasn't that bad. It could have been way worse. That's what the cop even said, or officer even said. He was like, I'm surprised this happened on the highway. This was the best case scenario. And I was, yeah, I know. I got super lucky. Just really crappy how she handled the situation. She blamed me for not pulling over, even though I tried to pull over. Probably she didn't like the exit I was taking because I guess you could say it was a sketchy area. I don't care though. Like, it's either the highway where we can risk our life or the sketchy area where we are going to be safe in a parking lot, not with cars going 60, 65, 70 miles an hour. Even then, I followed behind her, and I could have waited for her to pull over, but she didn't. I got off on the next exit after the one I tried to get on because they told me to just turn around, so I did. And sure enough, once I do that, she freaking goes all the way to the next lane over and hightails it out of there. So I think she was a younger girl. It's probably her first accident. Something happened. It was my first accident too, honestly. Luckily, it wasn't that bad. Luckily, we're both okay. It's just a crappy situation to where she took off on me. But yeah, guys, like I said, not clickbait. It's true. I think I did pretty good buffing everything out. You let me know. But yeah, my name is Michael. Thanks again for watching, guys. And if you made it this far in the video, here's 2 more you can watch. If you're interested in the content, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys.